Hey guys, welcome to Bada Boom. We got a very special video today. We're visiting the very first Tamashii Nations store in America, which is in NYC, Times Square. Look at Luffy. So we're gonna walk through. I got to go to the store, which is pretty fun. The way you get in, there's actually a reservation system. It was pretty dead when I went, so even though I had a reservation, I didn't really need one. So you could check out these figures, what's on displays. You see some things that are available for sale, and then also things that are available for pre-order. So it's cool to be able to see some things that are now available, and then also what's in the works. You can see Godzilla there, Sailor Moon, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Then if you go over here, you got these little minifigs. You got, I wouldn't say a life-size Gundam, but pretty close. These minifigs are pretty cool because they're probably the most affordable thing in the store. I was able to get something from there, and you'll see that a little bit later. Look at these Gundams. I love a pre-built Gundam because the reality is I suck at building things. I can't build Legos, not Duplos, nothing. So if I could get a pre-built one, that's perfect. Now look at me with my iPhone, checking myself out while checking the store out. If you're a fan of Demon Slayer, like the rest of the world and all the kids these days, they have plenty of stuff. They had all this stocked up on the display. They also had some out of the box that you could check them out. The store is pretty cool because you have these graphics going on. It was smaller than I expected considering the hype around it, and if you've ever seen them at a con like New York Comic Con, their booth is huge and there's a bunch of traffic. They actually did a pop-up earlier this year in Grand Central Station that felt bigger, had much more pizzazz to it, if that's the word, because the reality is they had a Luffy, a Gundam, a Spy X Family, a bunch of life-size things that felt really cool. Or more Gundams, Kamen Rider, some more Kamen Rider, Godzilla. Ooh, you got some King Kong with Mecha Godzilla's head. Some more Sailor Moon. This stuff was a little unorganized. I didn't really like the fact that they kind of had inventory boxes kind of on the floor, considering this is a flagship. But you get to see some more Gundams here. They probably had more Gundams than anything. That, and I would say Kamen Rider merch. You can check out the register here. You can pay cash and card, which is pretty cool. These days, there's some places where you can only pay card. Here you have some samurai lines. You have that Boba Fett you saw there. Going back over. Some pretty cool hype pieces. You got some Demon Slayer, Spy X Family. Ooh, look at this Denji and this Luffy. This Luffy I've seen in a couple places, and I'm not a huge One Piece fan, and by not a huge One Piece fan, I would say I don't watch it at all right now. I've been reading the manga, but I don't even know where that's from, and I'm like, I need to buy that figure. So you have some hype pieces here too. Some really popular things like Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, Spy X Family. Chainsaw Man. Now look, you got Venom, Carnage, the whole Spider-Verse here. This Miles and Gwen is pretty sick if you ask me. I've seen it a couple places. They had it at that Grand Central pop-up, and it looks really cool. One thing they didn't have at the store, which I wish I had saw because I probably would have bought it, is the Miguel O'Hara figure that they've made. Some more hype pieces because guess what? Their bread and butter is Dragon Ball. They have so many really cool Dragon Ball figures. And again, more Gundam. And more Gundam. Now take a look at this Broly, man. You got Gohan. It's really cool. Krillin. A pretty cool shot of Luffy. Again, they should have probably had him closer to the middle of the store so people could grab photos with Luffy. The glass on the backside has a lot of glare, so it's hard to get a shot of him. But looking over here, again, you get more of those minifigures, some other stuff we've seen. And this is me picking out my Denji that I wanted. Pretty dope. Now here's me checking out.